Fredericksburg ranks #1 in the state of Texas for the number of millionaires per capita according to mysanantonio.com. And with that, you will not believe the amount of new developments that have started and what's also being planned for this coming up year. What's going on, guys? It's Ryan Rendon here, your favorite Texas Hill Country real estate agent, and in today's video we are covering all the new developments and subdivisions that are currently being developed, but also what's being planned for the coming up year right here in Fredericksburg, Texas. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like this video, but also subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell so you can get notified anytime I put out videos just like this one. So Fredericksburg is a small town right in the heart of the Texas Hill Country, known for its deep German roots and all the attractions we have in the area. So this little small town is well known for its peach orchards originally, but also the wineries, the breweries, distilleries, making it a very popular destination for all you wine drinkers and really all you alcohol drinkers in general. We also have some incredible galleries, museums, historic sites, and some of the biggest attractions for the year are the festivals, including the granddaddy of them all, Oktoberfest. And one of my favorite attractions is this gigantic rock we have on the way to Llano, and it's called Enchanted Rock. And if you haven't been there, you definitely need to check it out. But it's literally a gigantic rock which you can hike to the very top, and it basically overlooks the entire hill country. I'm telling you, it's breathtaking. So if you haven't been there, you need to check it out. Okay, so before we get started talking about some of these housing developments, I want to give you a quick idea of what you can expect for the median sales price for homes here in Fredericksburg. So the overall median sales price for 2022 inside the city limits of Fredericksburg was $558,500. But let's go ahead and look at the fourth quarter, because what we started to notice is that things really started to shift and change in the market right around that June to July timeframe. Okay, so looking at the fourth quarter, the median sales price dropped down to $499,000, which is a 12% decrease comparing it to the entire year. And you might be asking, did the market start to slow down because we were rolling into those winter months and the holidays and all that? Well, if we compare the fourth quarter of 2021 comparison to the rest of that year, we actually saw a 5% increase that quarter in comparison to the rest of the year. And again, this fourth quarter of this past year, 2022, we started seeing that slowdown, that market change, the shift right around that June and July timeframe, and it continued to drop all the way through December, and totaling up to that 12% decrease from mid-year. And of course, this wasn't really just right here in Fredericksburg. This was a market shift occurring all across the United States. Once the interest rates started to rise, that's when we started to see things shift in the overall real estate market here in the United States. So with all that being said, we still have some awesome developments that are either in review, under civil construction, or already have homes being built on them. And I want to quickly show you the citywide developmental trends map so you can see exactly what's going on as far as residential developments to multifamily to even commercial. Okay, so everything you see in green is single family developments, and everything you see in blue is going to be multifamily, and then everything you see in orange is commercial developments. Okay, so the first development / subdivision I want to cover today is Crabapple Grove. So technically, this is actually not a new development or subdivision. It actually has been around since like the early 2000s or so, but they finally opened up the second phase here pretty recently, which consists of about 78 lots. So the last lot that was on the market sold back in April of 2021, and as of right now, there are 8 homes on the market in this neighborhood, 2 of which are under contract. So the median sales price in this neighborhood for last year, 2022, was $470,000, which that can get you a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just over 1,600 square foot, brand new construction home for just around that $475,000 mark. So one of the things I like most about this neighborhood is the proximity to Main Street. You're only about 4 minutes to Main right there at Market Plot, but you're about 6 minutes from the HEB, so it's super convenient to get to and from home. And then you're also surrounded by brand new houses, at least in phase 2 you are. Okay, so this brings us to the second development I want to cover today, which I think you're absolutely going to love. So it's called the Rendon. which has been selected as the first Texas community to be included in the Southern Living's prestigious Southern Living Inspired Community Program, also known as SLIC. Okay, so the overall master plan for this development is to have around 240 homes spread out over 220 acres, with each lot having a predestined home site specifically designed to give each home a unique view of the Texas Hill Country. So phase 1 consists of 85 lots, and the second phase, which the civil review has been completed, will consist of 27 lots. And as of right now, in our multiple listing service, we have 51 lots available with an average list price of right around $198,000. And they range from around a quarter acre up to about a half acre in size. And since this is a brand new neighborhood, we only had one sale in the entire year of 2022, which was this absolutely gorgeous home on 116 Baronhof Court. So this home is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, just under 2,500 square feet with very high ceilings. And as you could tell, everything has that modern farmhouse look. And this is one of the things I like most about this neighborhood. They have very strict architectural and aesthetic guidelines unifying each home's unique interpretation of that modern farmhouse style. And this is what makes this neighborhood so unique and so beautiful and giving it that true Southern style feel. They also have fantastic amenities, which include walking trails, community pool, community barn, lakes, controlled access in and out of the neighborhood, a lounge patio, fully equipped fitness center, outdoor fireplaces, and more. So if you're looking for that luxury style of living right here in Fredericksburg, you definitely need to check out this neighborhood. And I want to hear from you guys. What do y'all think so far of these two developments? Let me know down in the comments below. Okay, so this brings us to the third development I want to talk about today, and that is Post Oak Village. Okay, so this is a small 39 lot little neighborhood located on the southwest side of the Fredericksburg city limits. We currently have 7 lots for sale with an average list price of $76,000. And since the grand opening of this neighborhood, we've had 4 houses built and sold with a median sales price of $457,000, which is just a little bit less than Crabapple Grove, which we talked about earlier. But for the most part, these houses range from about 1,600 square feet to about 2,000 square feet. But one thing to note, they are garden style homes that have very small lots. So if you're looking for a neighborhood or a subdivision that has a little bit more elbow room, this probably isn't the neighborhood for you. But on the other hand, if you don't want a whole lot of yard maintenance, maybe it's perfect for you. So let's go ahead and look at a quick example of this active listing at 714 Cyrus Lane, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So this is a nice little 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, just under 1,700 square foot with a 2-car garage, fairly basic interior with darn near everything being bright white. You know, I have to ask you guys, and let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think of this style with everything being so bright white? You know, I don't really know if I dig it anymore, to be honest. Everything is so bright, so white, it almost gives you that feel of being in a hospital or something, but who knows, maybe that's just me. But since this is such a small neighborhood, you're not gonna have any additional amenities like Frieden had or any HOA fees, anything like that. But if you're looking for a brand new mid-size home with a smaller lot, this may be the perfect neighborhood for you. Okay, so this brings us to our next development, which is called Harmony Hills. Now, I don't have a whole lot of information on this neighborhood yet. I did some researching online and couldn't find any specific website neighborhoods for this development. So stay tuned on that as more information comes. But it is a 72 lot single family home development located off of Pike Lane, southwest side of the city limits, and it's currently under civil construction. And like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned. Once I get more information about this neighborhood, I'll make sure to update you guys. But if you want me to email you any specific information about this email once I do get it, shoot me an email at the email down below, ryan@rendonrealtygrouptx.com, and put in the subject line Harmony Hills, and I'll make sure to get you that information as soon as I get it. Okay, so this brings us to the big one, which is called Friendship Oaks. So this massive and much needed development is located off of Friendship Lane. So if you're coming into Fredericksburg from Kerrville on Highway 16, what you're gonna do is take a right at the first stoplight, which is called Friendship Lane, and you're gonna drive about halfway, a little bit closer to the Highway 87 side, and you're gonna see this development on the right-hand side. It's actually gonna be right across from the new middle school that is set to be built here pretty soon. So they recently started construction on phase 1, and there will be a total of 7 phases, 2 of which are going to be multi-family, and the other 5 are going to be single family phases. Phase 1 will have a total of 104 lots, and phase 2, which is still under review, will have 130 lots. And according to Fredericksburg Standard, Friendship Oaks is envisioned as a 125 acre tract supporting 475 single family homes and 3 apartment complexes. So it's been a pretty well-known fact ever since the early 2000s or so. It's been a pretty significant problem and well-known fact that we've had a problem with affordable housing here in Fredericksburg. Polly Rickard, the founder of House Vereen, which is a nonprofit organization, seeks to serve local employers by building and maintaining homes for middle-income workers. So House Vereen began to focus on these middle-income workers, those making around $60,000 a year, either dual or single income. And that's a big pool of people in this community, which includes firefighters, police officers, teachers, EMS, and manufacturer workers. Those whose families who make around $48,000 to $100,000 per year. And the goal here is to really help out those people who don't make enough money to really afford a house here in Fredericksburg, but they also make too much money to get HUD assistance. And this will really help out those people who make too much money to get that HUD assistance government program, but who also don't make enough money to really buy a home from what's currently on the market today. So each one of these homes will be appraised once the construction is completed, and the primary mortgage is based on the family's income like usual, and a second lien is also held on the property, which is owned by the nonprofit House Vereen. So each homeowner pays on the interest on the second lien but never pays on the principal. They earn the principal back by living in the home. So this second lien will help house flipping at market rates like we've seen in other neighborhoods, which were supposed to be affordable housing neighborhoods. So as you can tell, this is going to be one of the biggest developments in the Fredericksburg area. And like I said, we've had such a big problem with this, and it's a much needed development. We've had such a huge problem since the early 2000s, and I'm hoping this will be the answer to such a big problem we've had for such a long time now. So if you've enjoyed this video and you're thinking about moving to the Texas Hill Country, make sure you download my free buyer's guide down below so we can help you get started with that big move to our area. We'll see you in the next video.